You know, for some people, what I'm about to do could be considered a crime. What I'm actually doing is blessing this fine Scotch whiskey with antipodes. You're welcome. Welcome back to Redlining. How you going, Rich?
Going very well, mate. How are you?
Not bad, not bad. We've got a very special guest today. Fred again.
Is it Fred again?
No, we turned him down, remember? Several times.
That's right, yeah.
He was begging to be on the show, but we said no. We said we want to support the better act. If you're just going to be the closing act for the main act, we thought we'd get the main act on. Always. So here we have Messie, a.k.a. Tessa is her real name. How you going, bro? I'm
going good, bro. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Very, very good. So you have had quite the whirlwind journey over the last few weeks, haven't you?
Yeah. It's been very unreal. Like, there's a lot to it, so I'm excited to get into it.
Wicked.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the obvious thing first. You opened for Fred again. Did you just do that? There was that gig out in Corrie, wasn't it? Was it just that, or did you actually carry on to do the rest of them?
So I did that one with him, and then he wanted me to come to Perth with him, but I didn't do the Auckland shows. But I did get on stage for one of the Auckland shows and just had a little dance. But yeah.
But he called you out, didn't he?
Yeah. Both of the times, both the nights. The second night I wasn't there. Apparently, brought me up again. But the first night he asked all my friends to come around the B stage, and asked if we wanted to come up and dance and stuff with him, which of course we did. It was fun.
So for the night you weren't there, when he called you up, did he go, "Oh, she's not here"? Oh well.
Nah. He knew I was back in Welly and had to pack and get my passport sorted and stuff. No, he wasn't. He didn't know.
No.
Yeah.
So you went from Corrie to Perth. Holy shit.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, went back to Welly and packed.
Yeah. Holy shit.
The passport.
So did you know that was going to happen, or did you do the Corrie Glen set first, and then he said, "Well, I'm here. Well, you want to come with me to Perth?" How did that work?
So where did it all start then? So how did you get in contact with Fred again? Was it a competition that you won or something?
Nah. So initially, he had a show on the 22nd in Wellington, and that same night I knew that I was playing a little club gig at this venue called B Space, and I knew that he'd played there in the past before when Laneware was cancelled and stuff. So I was like, this is a great opportunity for me to reach out and say okay, hear me out. Yep. You've played at this venue before. Do you want to come back to back with me? And he didn't reply.
That surprises me.
Yeah, surprising.
Yeah. No, he didn't reply. I think he needs to check his DMs with you guys. So I messaged Joy Anonymous, who's also on tour with him, and was said the same thing essentially. And they replied, and they were like, "Yeah, sounds fun." And so as soon as I was kind of in the DMs, I was just on it, being "Hey, I'm going through now. Let me know when you're coming and everything." And and then we did a little back-to-back at the club, went really well. And Hen, who was one half of Joy Anonymous, he was like, "You're hired, this is great," and everything like that. And I was geeking out over that. And I was really just happy with how that night went. And I thought that was my moment. And then the next day, Fred put on a story asking for local DJs from Auckland, Tauranga, Hamilton. And then it was just a Google form, so I just submitted a mix and put in my details and whatnot, and then it got narrowed down, and then and then it got picked, and Fred brought it up to everyone, and he was like, "What do you think of this person?" And then the Joy Boys were like, "Wait, we played with her on Friday. She's awesome. You got to go with her."
No shit.
Yeah, so it just kind of coincidentally lined up, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then, so I go to Corrie Glen the next day, and just went really well. He stayed out and watched pretty much half of my set, which I did an hour and a half, I think. So he was there for most of it, and guess I just had a really great time. And then as I was getting off stage, he gave me a hug and he was like, "This is not the last time you'll be playing with me."
Oh, wow.
And I was like, huh, what? And then I was just like, I kind of just forgot about, well, I didn't forget about it, but I was just like, not going to get my hopes up, going to go about the night as usual. And then later on, we were all kind of getting ready to leave, and then he just comes up to me and tells me how awesome my set was and that he's got a show coming up in Perth. And I was like, oh, yeah, like, how many people is that? And he was like, oh, about 35,000. Wow. I was like, wow, like,
really?
Yeah, I was like, that's going to be crazy, man. He's like, yeah, like, do you want to come along? I was like, yes, obviously. Yeah, I just said yes straight away. And then, yeah, I didn't quite comprehend, like, what that actually meant. And then I needed to get a passport and everything like that.
Do you not have a passport?
Well, I do now.
Oh, you do now? Well done.
Yeah.
Isn't there a story about the fact that he went onto Instagram and he was like, can anybody help test her out for a passport? We need one in a day.
Yeah, he so did not need to do that. Like, honestly, that definitely stirred the pot. Because I was already on it and talking to Fred's team, and they were like, just apply for it through this urgent passport thing and pay the urgent fee. And that's exactly what we did. But then Fred put it on his Instagram anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So I just got a bunch of emails, like so many messages, so many calls. People being like, hey, like, I'll help you out with this. My boyfriend works for the DIA, but we need tickets for tonight.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's like,
Yeah.
So, but this lovely, lovely lady, Maria, we got in contact with each other, and she just helped out, and it all went through traditionally, and that's, yeah, everyone just did their job, and we got it, and I picked it up the next day, and there was honestly no dramas, and yeah, don't really know why it kind of blew up, but yeah.
Man, so you're 21 years old, you're playing in Wellington, and suddenly 35,000 in Perth. Sick, bro.
Thanks, bro.
That is phenomenal. Yeah. So explain to us a little bit about your musical tastes, because they appear to be quite varied.
Yeah, I think it's kind of just like everything, like everyone, but there's so much insane music out there that I just like try and consume as much as I can. Yeah, when I was like 15, got into drumming and stuff, and was just listening to like lots of rock and punk and stuff like that, and funk. Yeah, loved that. Got into drums real heavy with that. Then came to uni. I was in an R&B duo band for a little while, which was really fun, but that was like a whole different style of drumming, so I like really immersed myself in that. And then just kind of got into electronic music through uni, through friends and stuff like that, and yeah, I just kind of listen to everything. I love it all. Yeah.
Were you studying music at university?
Yeah, I was doing music technology at MESSIE'S. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I mean, it's an extraordinary story. And obviously your music sort of aligns with Fred again, because Fred plays quite a diverse range of electronic music, doesn't he?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I feel like, yeah, he does a lot of house, I guess, but he's just done a D&B song, and he's doing like jungle remixes. And yeah, he loves it all as well. And he started out as a drummer as well. So I think the fact that a lot of the music that I play is very like rhythm based and drum based, I feel like he appreciates that as like an OG drummer perspective. Yeah. One
of the other things I've noticed when I've seen some of your social media videos is you bring a lot of energy behind those decks.
Thanks.
So obviously you've got a passion for the music, but is the two things kind of go hand in hand? When you play, you kind of get a little bit carried away behind there. You've got a lot of people dancing.
Yeah, honestly, like, I feel like I'm pretty reserved and calm in my day-to-day life, but like nothing excites me and makes me more amped than music and like playing music that I love. Like, of course I'm just gonna go crazy. Like, it's so fun. And every time I go up before a set, I'm always like, just anybody that talks to me, I'm just like, you guys gotta shake your ass so hard. Like, we're gonna go crazy. That's like the one thing that I appreciate most, just people getting messy, I guess. Yeah,
that's cool.
I think one of the things that interests me is the fact that, so you're used to playing at bars and clubs in Wellington.
Yeah.
Suddenly you're put in front of 35,000 people.
Yeah.
Mentally, that must be quite something to take in. How did you prepare for that set, both mentally and physically?
Yeah, well, like physically, after the Corrigan set, my body was beat. Like, I literally gave that everything. I just moved every muscle in my body, just gave it everything. So I actually needed a whole week to recover from how hard I danced.
Yeah.
So physically, that's how I did it. Mentally, after, like, kind of just as soon as this whole process started, I knew that, like, I had this job to do, opening for him at Corrigan, and I knew I was going to give it my all and, like, obviously, like, try and impress him because, you know, and then, as soon as I found out about Perth, I just kind of knew what I needed. Yeah, I just felt like I prepared for it. I've, like, talked about to my friends and stuff that I've always, like, lived by this quote since I was, like, a little kid, being told that that luck is when preparation meets opportunity. And I just always, that stuck with me. And in that moment, I just kind of felt like I knew that I'd been preparing my whole life for this in a way, and this was the opportunity of a lifetime, and I just knew it was going to be fine. Like, I don't know, I just had faith in myself, and also having all my friends be there, it was just, like, so much fun. I was kind of just giggling with them, and it felt more like we were on a little group holiday. Like, and we were just like, ooh, like, wine in the what's it called? The fucking, oh my god, I can't swear, can I?
Yeah, you can swear the fucking shit out of it.
Oh, okay.
That's what the fuck you want.
Wine in the airplane, like, we were just, like, having fun and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, thinking more about that, and just trying not to get in our head about it. But before we went up, my friend Nick, I brought him along, and we've been flatmates through uni, and we always kind of get in these little health kicks. Like, we'll be like, let's, like, start meditating or get, like, running and stuff. He's way better than me, but he led a meditation for everyone on the team in the green room before we went up, and that was just, like, very grounding. And made sure to bring people that were going to ground me and stuff, and just know what to do in a situation like that. So it was just fun. Like, as soon as I went up there, I was like, this is the same thing I do every week, but just with a different view, and, like, just have fun, really.
Oh, it's what a great attitude to have. I mean, if you can't enjoy that, what can you enjoy, you know?
Yeah.
Especially being so young too, like, having the knowledge that it is best to surround yourself with the good people, you know what I mean, and people who are going to calm you or advance you, because I can imagine that in the industry, you know, if you're young, like you've seen like a lot of young entertainers and celebrities and stuff, they just surround themselves with the wrong people and go in a very, very wrong direction. So it sounds like you've got your head screwed on, which is awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's definitely important. And that's kind of the one piece of advice that people in the industry have been telling me a lot, is, like, keep people around you that have your best interests, and it seems like you know who those people are, but just keep them around you, the people that truly love you. And of course I'm going to do that. Like, my friends are the best. They drove, like, 16 hours to come to that Corrigan show. I found out at, like, 10 o'clock the night before, and then told everyone, and then we all just did a game plan, and then at 6 a.m. they were up driving. So they're the best. He's got a crazy marketing strategy and team, but it's very impressive. I was talking to the girls on his team, and I was like, so when does he actually plan these shows? And they're like, they are planned months in advance, but there has been a time that we've done a show where all the team only knew about it 12 hours before and had to get, like, everything sorted in 12 hours, which is that's, like, they're insane. The team is insane. They're so good at their job.
Makes them work for it. So do you produce as well, or you just mix? What's your jam?
I produce as well. Still kind of trying to get more consistent with it. Like, I know how to, I know the things I want to produce and the kind of music I want to make, but to sit down and, like, be creative and be original, it takes a lot out of you. And, like, just finding the time to, when that just, like, comes to you and being like, I actually have the time to sit down and do this. I don't know, just being creative, it kind of just comes in different waves. And it's whether you want to, like, act on that in that moment, and sometimes I like find that I can't because of where I am or whatever. So yeah, but in saying that, I do want to produce and make more music and like put out more music this year, which hopefully is the plan.
Have you got to the point where you have played any of your own productions?
Yeah. But they're all just like joke songs. I've got this one in particular remix. It's like of Taylor Swift. It was kind of when the whole Eras tour was happening.
Yeah. And
so I was like, I'll just put this on TikTok. It'll be funny. But it's just like, and then I played it at B Space with Joy, and then they were like, well, this is insane, and they asked me to send it to them. And then I played it at Corrigan Tavern, and then lots of people DM me asking like where to find that, and so it's kind of like I don't think I'll ever put it out because it's just not the sound that I want to be like recognized for, but I guess it's just like a funny little moment that I can chuck in my sets. Yeah.
You gotta have fun with it sometimes.
Yeah, no, that's the whole point. Yeah,
exactly.
If you can't have fun with Taylor Swift,
no, you should hear it. It's stupid. It's actually such a stupid remix.
Was it on TikTok?
It's on TikTok and it's on my phone as well. Yeah.
Bring it up.
Okay. Okay, 1 second.
We don't do enough of this. We don't play enough music.
No, we don't.
Probably because we probably get taken down.
Yeah,
but it's her own, so that's fine. This will be fun.
Wait. Yeah, I've got it.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
All right.
Hopefully. I'm excited.
Hold on. We're going to wait for the drop.
Oh! Oh, I like that.
It's cool.
I was not expecting that.
Cool.
And then there's a little second drop, which is like a bit different.
That's so poppy. That's awesome.
It's just stupid.
I reckon when
But it's funny.
the bass and the club on that, oh man, that would go mental.
That'd be
So good.
Yeah.
I think honestly, there's nothing wrong with something putting quirky tracks in a set.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's something to have a bit of fun with the crowd, and also throwing something that's unexpected in there. The crowd usually respond to.
Yeah, I think that's definitely my thing, is just like putting in stupid stuff. And I don't know if you guys have like seen on videos or anything, but I always start my set with this. Do you know Kanye West?
Mm-hmm.
His daughter Northwest.
Yeah.
She's like singing this track, and in the track she says like, "It's gonna get messy," and I just loop that.
Boom.
And it's just like so silly, but that I just love doing it. I think I might do it every set. Just, I don't know, as like a producer tag in a way. It's like, oh, Messie's on, let's go dance. I don't know.
Speaking of Messi, how did you get that name? Where'd that come from?
Yeah, so it's from the GOAT, of course. So when I was younger, I just loved football. Football was everything. So, loved Messi, of course, and all my like Snapchat and like Instagram usernames were Tessie Messi 10 because I was like 10 years old, and that's his number.
Yeah.
And everyone knew me as like Tessie Messi, and then like through the football years and everything, I would have it on like the back of my like football jersey and stuff. And my mum would call me Messi. Like everyone that knows me from Gisborne would just, well, not everyone, but like my friends and stuff would call me Messi.
Yeah.
So when I came to uni, I'd like, I would just notice like that wasn't a thing anymore when I go home.
Yeah.
And then, it just kind of made sense, taking up some new meanings, like getting messy on the dance floor.
Yeah.
And like life's a bit messy sometimes, and
So many entendres.
Yeah.
So do you play football, or did you play football?
Yeah, I do. I still love it.
Oh, good on you. So what was your position?
Striker.
Yeah, of course it was. Nice. So, oh wow! I mean, so the football. I honestly didn't think that was the connection, but it's actually quite amazing that it is.
Yeah.
Of course it was.
Yeah, that would be.
This is New Zealand.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but I got the E on the end, so we're not related. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think probably a few years down the line, you'll probably be gigging for him.
That would be insane.
Dropping into Miami FC and just doing it.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, if you can drop into Fred's DMs, why not Messi's?
Yeah, I think that's probably the only thing that could possibly top that. Like when I meet Messi himself.
Yeah.
Like that.
Well, there you go, Messi. I know you're watching, so I really think you should drop into our Messi's Messi DMs
and maybe get seriously Messi.
Get seriously. There you go. Thanks, Fred.
Double Messi.
Double Messi. So did I hear there that you are from Gisborne?
Yeah, I am.
Gisborne originally. So you just studied in Wellington? Yep.
Yeah. Moved there when I was 18. Yeah, just did finish 3 years of uni.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sweet as. What was life like in Gizzy? Do you surf? Do you like the beach?
I love skating. I'm like real big in the like I run like a skate school with my sister.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's like for girls and non-binary. And honestly, anyone we've held like 4 comps.
Yeah.
And just love the skate scene. And I also am a part of a skate group in Welly called Woza, and we do like a skate magazine, and we're starting to put on gigs and stuff, and just like very community based, very creative based. Everyone that's in it has like something creative to offer. And which I think is like the coolest part of it. Yeah.
When you say putting on gigs, skate gigs.
We haven't had our first gig yet. Oh, actually, we had a little thing yesterday. We did it open decks. I wasn't there, obviously, but open decks just had like new people or any skill level people want to jump on. We just filmed it, and then we've got a Woza SoundCloud now. So we'll put those mixes up, and then I guess just like we've got a little DJ database, so anyone that wants to come and mix for us can just chuck the details, and then we can pick it when we want to hold gigs and stuff like that. But I think it would be sick if we were gonna do like a little, maybe like a gig at the skate park or something. Just it's kind of just incorporated it all together, just because of how many creatives they are. Like everyone just kind of finds out about it, and
Cool. So what's next for you music wise? Have you had many offers? You must have, obviously, but I mean like anything exciting? What and also where are you wanting to go? Like what's Messi's dream apart from winning the World Cup?
Well, he's won it already.
Yeah,
now.
he's done it.
He's done real
He's
well.
only gone and done it. Offers. I've had a few offers of just like booking, or like people wanting to get me on their events and stuff, and some festivals, and I've been reached out by a lot of people in the industry. It's like New Zealand industry. Honestly, just like offering advice and just saying they're here if I ever need to talk to them or anything like that. I've been like talking to some people, but I'm definitely just going to take my time on the whole like signing and stuff like that, like crazy stuff like that. It's like it's a lot to think about, so I'm just taking my time with it. But I'm just seeing how I kind of like work with different people. It's important if you're going to have a long relationship in an industry like this. So but the dream, I think, is just a long, like sustainable, lasting career. That was like always the dream. As soon as I started DJing, I knew it was like the one thing that just made sense, because I've got a lot of hobbies. It was like, going like just being a young adult, you get a bit lost in what you're gonna do and whatnot. But it was this one thing that I was like, I really like feel like this is the thing I was meant to do. So that was always the goal. Just being able to do that, music and traveling in any capacity is the happiest that I'll ever be.
Right.
From a social media point of view, because we love to talk about social media here, obviously your followers, let's take Instagram for example, have probably increased tenfold over the last couple of weeks. How have you dealt with that kind of media attention?
It is. I just think it's a bit weird, like, to be honest. Like, just the whole, I don't know.
Is it weird or kind of surreal?
More, well, it is surreal. I think the thing that's like weird is meeting people in real life and then being like, hey, I've seen you through Instagram and I've watched your whole story and I know this about you and this about you. That's the thing that is like a bit weird. And also, like, the other night I was hanging out with my friends, and my friend was just on TikTok, and like every 5th TikTok was just a video of me, and I was like, turn that off, like, this
Really?
is freaking me out. Yeah, seriously. I don't know. It is really, really lovely, all of the DMs I've gotten. Like, honestly, like, there's been like maybe one message that was someone being like, you shouldn't get your passport or something like that. But other than that, everyone's been so nice, which has been so just heartwarming and overwhelming. And yeah, just honestly beautiful. So many beautiful messages. But I just try not to think about it. I think I've always kind of posted for DJing and music and stuff like that anyway, so it just works out that I'm still just being myself whenever I post, and just try not to think about it too much. Yeah.
Keeping your authenticity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it's fine. It hasn't bothered me that much or at all, really. It's just been nice to get lovely messages. Yeah.
That's cool. How do you find the crowds at the gigs that you're attending? Because someone like, especially Fred again, the electronic music crowd has certainly expanded in its generations now. Like, because it's been around for quite a while. So you've got Gen X's, you've got millennials, you've got Gen Z's. I don't know what's after that. I think alphas is a thing now. Anyway, it crosses along a wide divide. Is that something that you take into account? Like, when you go into a certain place, what the age is, does any of that affect the way that you perform?
Yeah, I think going into a gig, if I know anything about the audience, I do cater to that in a way that is still myself. Like, well, before all this happened, and actually, like, the other day, I play in, like, I DJ in bars and stuff. That's like my part-time job. And that is very much like reading a room, you know, kind of seeing what kind of different people are in there. If I'm at a student venue or there's just older people in the room. You definitely have to cater to that. That's like 50% of being a DJ in a way. So I do think about it, but as long as I'm kind of incorporating it in a way where it's still authentic to my sound, then I think it's something I love doing because I know that it will go off. Yeah, that's cool. Like, planning my set in Australia, I wanted to have Troye Sivan and Kylie Minogue in it because they're both Australian and stuff.
She plays the crowd good. Yes, very good.
Yeah, I don't know. And then just having like just songs that I know that are current or trending. It is, there's a very like Gen Z approach to it in a way, just because of like, it's real interesting actually. Yeah. Like, I get a lot of inspiration from TikTok, just seeing what's trending, but also, like, I have to love it. If I don't love it, then right. There's no way. But And
you got to be careful with those Gen X's because we're getting old. So if you drop too hard, there's gonna be some broken backs on the dance floor. We don't want that. So how did you start? What was the catalyst that made you think, oh, DJing, that's a bit of me, apart from drumming or anything like that? When did you pick up on that? Yeah,
so going into music technology was, that was like a huge thing. Just being around a lot of DJs, I was like, wait, I'm studying this. It's kind of like intertwined. Like, I could definitely do that if I tried. So went to a lot of gigs and stuff and just kind of fell in love with electronic music first and being someone from the audience first. And I was just really inspired by all of the women and non-binary queer DJs in Wellington, and just seeing them do it and like do it in such a cool, unique way that I'd never heard before, like being from Gisborne, just like so inspiring. So I was like, who do I know that DJs? And one of my best friends, his name's Mikey, he DJ'd a bit and had some decks and halls, and he just kind of taught me the basics, and he's just so patient with me. He's like the sweetest guy ever. Shout out Mikey, love him. And during lockdown, he went away, and I was like by myself in the halls. Like, everyone left except for me.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, so it was freaky. Like, I was just alone for 2 weeks, but I just kind of knuckled down and figured out like if this is something I wanted to do, and I gave it a little play around. And it was just really fun. It wasn't until I bought my own decks, that I really just actually started figuring out like the process of finding your music and downloading it and getting your USBs and whatnot. Yeah, but yeah, I dedicated a lot of time just to finding out all that stuff and doing all the bedroom DJing first. And then it was when my friend had a big birthday party. We just had like a huge party, and I was like, okay, I'll try DJ in front of people for the first time, and it was so much fun. Like the lounge just turned into a mosh, and I was basically just playing a gig, and it was so much fun, and I just knew then and there that was something I wanted to continue with. But at the time I was still in a band, which I was like putting most of my energy into. But yeah, we just kind of like, yeah, after that, after the band separated, which was just like life stuff, like, you know, being young, both studying and stuff, you just go your separate ways. I was like, okay, I was upset, but I was like, this just means that I can focus all my energy into this. And then as soon as I did that, everything just kind of started like falling into place, and yeah, getting more gigs.
From being in a band, I'm assuming you were a drummer.
Yeah. From
being in a band as a drummer, which is kind of at the back, to being a DJ, which is front and center, did you find that transition easy? Are you a performer? Well, you look like you're a performer every time you're behind the decks, to be fair. But, did you find it easy to, you know, be that front and center person? Yeah,
honestly, it was fine, because while I was in the band, I was also doing DJ gigs.
Yep.
So, yeah, I found it was like, I don't know, it was kind of the same in a way, because you're still behind these decks. But I felt a lot more comfortable on the decks, because just drumming, that's like a big job to like hold down the rhythm, you know. And sometimes that made me a lot more nervous to go up and do that than DJing. So, yeah, it was just like an easy transition. I enjoyed it a lot more, in the way that I was able to like give it my all and actually performing to a crowd. Yeah, like when I'd be drumming, I would just like, I'd be having fun, but I was like, if I, you know, if I go out of time or do anything, then like that's on me, and it would kind of hold me back in performing to the audience in front of me in a way.
Is that because you're in a group as well? So like if you do go out of time, kind of, you know, it sort of upsets the group. Whereas a DJ, you're on your own, aren't you? And it's sort of all on you. Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, and yeah, being the drummer in the band is like, it's definitely the most important job. Like, yeah, any drummer knows, and any musician really knows that the drums is the backbeat behind it all. And yeah, if your drummer's as good as your band, for sure, I would say. And like, I would definitely, in that band, like I love the drums, that's my like first love, but there's so many good drummers out there, and there was so much inspiration around me that I was like, it was almost like, it was really hard to not compare myself to other drummers and then feel like, I don't know, like I was like, how am I going to make this be my thing forever when I don't even feel like I'm ever going to be good enough at it? Yeah.
Who were inspirations for drumming?
My good friend Harry Ingram, he's awesome. He's still doing like session drumming and stuff like that, drumming for lots of people. I remember meeting him in uni and just seeing the style that he drums, and was just so inspired by him. I've taken a lot from him. But inspirations like Yusuf Days, JD Beck, when I was younger and like listening to the Chili's and stuff. And yeah, like Green Day and all of that. And I got into drumming through like watching Josh Dunn from 21 Pilots, like just when I was like 15, just loved that kind of music, and we'll still do like, just because yeah, they were really important for me, like getting into music and stuff. But Josh performing, he just like got a little bouncy, his drum throne is like bouncy, so he's just like bouncing up there, and it just looks so fun, and I was like, I have to do that. And that's how I got into drumming. But yeah, there's so many, honestly. Do you know
the rock band or the heavy metal band Def Leppard?
Yeah.
We said their drummers, they've got a one-arm drummer.
Oh,
So he drums with one arm and then he does everything. He's got uses both his feet.
damn.
It's unbelievable
Yeah.
watching
That's
him.
insane.
It's incredible.
I want to see that. Yeah.
So what about DJ inspirations? Like,
DJ inspirations, lots of local DJs. Like one of my best friends, Hannah. Then their their DJ name is Swim Cap, and we've always like kind of gone back to back together, and we've just like been through this journey together in a way. Like picked up DJing at the same time, and they've always inspired me. Love them. Port Crackle, Hurricane Emily. Oh my gosh, I'm having a mind blank. Half Queen, Babyface Killer. Literally like the whole New Zealand industry, just everyone that's like going for it. I'm so inspired by them, and every time I see a DJ gig, I'm just like a sponge, but also having the best time. But I am like, oh, how are you doing that? And whoa, that's so cool. Like I'm gonna kind of get inspired by that for my next set, and
So when you go out, because I get the impression you probably go out and see a lot of music and a lot of DJs and stuff, do you find yourself analysing what they do, picking up tips, maybe some of the tunes they play?
Yeah, for sure. I think any musician, when you go to a gig, you're kind of like, you are just like, I do find myself just standing in the corner sometimes, and I'm just like staring at the drummer, and I'm just like, how are they doing? Yeah, not in a creepy way, but like, I'm just like, how are they doing that? And I just feel like it's me and them, and and I'm like analyzing everything, like every time, like listening to music and stuff, like picking apart all the layers. I feel like I do that with like any kind of music, really, in any capacity. I'm just like, how is that, how is that being done?
cool. That's cool. It must
always.
be. I can imagine that'd be hard. It's like being a filmmaker. Like you go and watch a really good movie or watch a good documentary, and you're watching it and you want to just take in the story and take in the topic and all that, but every once in a while it's like, fuck, that's a cool shot. The lighting there is just crazy. It's difficult to. It's not a negative thing either. It's just like you're just learning and you're wanting to adapt things and put things into your sets or
one of my film school tutors always said to me that whenever he watches a new film, he watches it twice. So he watches it for the first time for entertainment, and then he watches it the second time to analyse it.
I do that too, but it's $30 to go to the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm paying that much money.
I'm talking about all the shit films they have on Prime.
But even actually, that's an interesting point. But even shit films, or I could imagine like crap music or crap DJ. Do you learn from that as well? I'm not going to obviously don't mention names, but you learn from everything, hey?
Yeah, everything. Yeah, even if I'm just like at a gig and the sound is like, I don't know, not bassy enough or something, or it's just not loud enough, I'm like taking that all in as well. When I go up, give it a little nudge. I just feel like I love music, so of course I'm just going to be learning at every opportunity. But it does kind of ruin the magic of it sometimes, because you're just like, oh, I know how you did that. But also, if you don't, it's like insane. It's like, whoa, like actually blown away by so much talent out there.
Just going back to films and drumming, have you seen the film Whiplash?
Yeah, that's like one of my favourite movies.
It's so good. Have you seen Whiplash?
Oh, yeah.
It's just so good.
Yep.
So good.
It's so good.
What's his name? J.K. Simmons?
Yep.
Fuck, he's so good in that film.
Yeah, it's just not my tempo.
Not my tempo.
It's not my tempo.
Was it running or dragging? I can't remember. Anyway, that's a great film.
Classic.
There's something about jazz drumming, isn't it? I mean, it's such a skill, jazz drumming.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like when I was in my drumming, like drumming everything, I just watch jazz drummers on my Instagram and be like it's hard to just not want to give up on the spot because it's like insane.
What's the old jazz drummer? He's like a legend. They mentioned him in Whiplash.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't remember.
Oh my God, Buddy Rich.
Buddy Rich. Yeah. Watch him and watch the size of his drum kit.
It's like the way they hold the drums as well. It's like
a traditional grip. Yeah.
And the guy is like, I've seen videos of him. He must have been easy late 60s and just going for it. You know what I mean?
Doing these incredible solos. Yeah. Like they can go on for 5-10 minutes or something ridiculous like that. It's nuts. Incredible.
But I imagine DJing can be like that to a point. You see them with 4 different like decks, and then they've got turntables on the outside and all that sort of. They probably don't use most of it, but anyway, looks cool.
But you sync, mate.
You do press sync. So what? How much? Like when you watch something like Fred again, especially on the Boiler Room set, and that he's obviously performing a lot of the music himself. You know, is that something that you do as well?
Yeah, I before this all happened, like the week before, I had just bought like an SPD, but not an SPD. It's like the Alesis version. So it was like $300 off Marketplace, and I was like, cool. Like I'm gonna start drumming in my set. So yeah, I really still want to do that, and just have like a section maybe where I end up at jungle, and then I'm just like actually get to do it live.
Yeah.
Having a live kit would be way cooler, but yeah, for now, I think I'm going to try and work out how I can incorporate that into sets. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I love watching that stuff, like people actually, getting amongst it and hit the buttons. There's just a little bit of showmanship, more than just waving your hands.
Oh yeah, for sure. And Fred's so capable of it.
Yeah. There's that Fred Again video. It's a series where they're in a room. Like a library room. Have you seen that? And
tiny desk sessions.
Tiny desk sessions. That's it. And Fred Again did one, and he's obviously he's got a lot of stuff.
He's looping,
on. And then he just like does this little tap on the desk, and then he turns that into a drum loop, and he incorporates that into his music. It's incredible. It really is. Yeah,
it's a common way of doing it now, though, especially for musicians, like over at the pub or something like that. They have those loop things. It's cool.
Yeah.
Loop things.
So, where do you source your music from? Do you research your music? So, obviously, you go to a lot of gigs. Are you then getting your Shazam out? Probably not. But but do you
shamelessly?
Yeah. Oh, I always think the best way to research music is to listen to what other people are playing and get an idea of what's out there. But listening to podcasts, what sort of things do you do apart from gigs?
Gigs is definitely like one of the main sources. Just seeing how the crowd's reacting to what kind of things, like people going crazy to jungle. I'm like, oh yeah, like I love jungle. It's kind of like in at the moment. I'll chuck it in there. But honestly, SoundCloud, like probably like most DJs, SoundCloud has just got it all, and you can like download through clicking the link and stuff, and it'll take you to oh my gosh, what's it called?
Beatport?
Not Beatport.
Bandcamp?
Yes, Bandcamp. Yeah, I was having such a mind blank right now. Yeah, Bandcamp, and you can like purchase the songs and stuff like that, and try to buy as much as I can, but sometimes you gotta rip it. SoundCloud to MP3.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. I gotta admit, like, I'm still a broke student, and like I'm not studying anymore, but like I have been a broke student, so most of my music starting out and still is from just the old SoundCloud to MP3. So it's illegal, and I don't recommend it, and I'm going to stop doing it.
So where does your income come from then? Is it from gigging?
Yeah, just doing the bar DJing, and like I did like after school care, just like helping out with kids and stuff.
Is that like skids?
Yeah, just like after school I work at this primary, and just kind of hang out with the kids, have some enrichment time. It's really lovely.
Good stuff.
And then the teacher that I was working with there, her son is really into music, and he's real creative, so I did little like one-on-one, just honestly we just like hung out and talked about music, and I taught him just how to use Logic and stuff like that, and that was also a little side hustle. Like I always do things that are just jobs that are just like weird, and I did drum lessons as well, and guitar lessons as
Teaching
well.
people.
Yeah, and I'll do like skate lessons and stuff like that. But I've also worked for Ed Domino's for like 8 years, which is crazy.
Oh come on, we've all done those jobs.
We've all done that.
We've all done those.
But that's in the past now. We don't have to talk about it.
Never look back. It distracts from the now.
Yeah.
Well, at least after
remember the beginnings.
After the Fred Again gig, you can put your prices up.
Not in this economy, bro.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
it's pretty tight.
Sorry, cost of living and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's cool that you've got obviously multi-talents that you can go and teach people. Just to be, at the age of 21, to be out there sort of teaching as well is pretty impressive.
Yeah, no, it's really fun. I love it. I love it a lot.
Definitely. When one of my kids goes to after school care skids, and every time I look at the people who work there, I just think, I reckon that, there's something behind these people. There's some talent there that I'm sure they're all really into, and one day we'll probably see them on the TV or behind the decks or whatever it is.
No way you went to primary school and thought that.
Not me. No, I'm talking about my kids.
Oh yeah. Oh right.
Yeah. When I see when my kids go to skids, and then I see the people that look after him, and I always think like they're all about your age. And I think they're all sort of students that are not when I went. Fuck no, they're probably all dead. Jesus.
Fucking hell.
No, we're all just trying to get by. Like always talk to the students that work there, and and then I'll bump into them at gigs and stuff like that, and we're all just kind of doing the same thing, just getting our little side income.
Yeah.
Got to do it. Yeah.
You do got to do it. And that's for creatives of any type, whether in any artistic pursuits, it's like otherwise you just get so bogged down with trying to make hay, and then you just end up losing yourself, losing those dreams.
Yeah.
It's like even in working in our industry, because we have like projects that we like doing and documentaries and things that we want to make, but you get bogged down so much by making other people's corporate content. Soul destroying.
Yeah,
that's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah, it's a lovely way of putting it. But you know what I mean? And you end up doing stuff that's not yours, but you just keep bringing in the money, and you just get lost by it. So
it's an easy trap to fall into, for sure. But if you enjoy it and you're like happy with that being your income, then by all means go for it. Yeah, it's still fun. At the end of the day, you're still getting paid for something. Like what you're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You still learn from the...
Yeah.
Could be worse.
Yeah, could be a lot worse.
Yeah.
Could be a lot worse. So is the dream to kind of be an international touring DJ?
Yeah. I suppose so. Yeah, I'm not... Yeah. I was just thinking about like the fame aspect of it, and that part I'm like, I don't really... that's not something that I really care about at all. So yeah, just like the music part of it and touring, that would be the dream.
So you don't want a you wouldn't want a residency somewhere. You just want to keep on traveling around, new people, new experiences, new locations.
Yeah.
Cool.
Speaking of traveling, is that something you'd be interested in doing, or have you done it?
Now that you've got a passport?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You might as well make use of it.
Exactly. Yeah. That was actually that was the whole goal for this year. Me and my friend Arden, we were gonna do a Europe trip in like August. So that was kind of the goal, and that's what I was saving for. I'm like subletting at the moment so that I can like save and just kind of get money so I can go and travel and stuff, because I haven't been out of the country since I was 5.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's why my passport was expired.
Just a bit out of date.
Yeah, just a bit.
You're producing with a baby photo. Does this work?
Exactly, yeah. I had to send that to Fred's team and be like, here's my expired passport, and it's just like a baby photo of me. It's pretty cute though, like knowing that like that's the kid that's dreams are coming true, It's pretty cute. What was I talking about?
Oh, just traveling.
Oh yeah. Definitely want to travel. Yeah, hopefully go to London again. Oh, not again. Definitely haven't been to London, but hopefully go to London, because Fred's like mentioned a couple times, like 3 times or something. He's been like, can't wait to do this in London, and like when you come to London, this is gonna happen and stuff like that. And he messaged me the other day asking when I was gonna be in London. So not sure what he's planning.
I think he's telling you something. I think he's telling you something pretty hard.
Yeah. What incredible contact to have.
But I also don't know what he's trying to say, like if he wants to catch up for coffee or if he like wants me to come on tour. Like
that's an expensive cup of coffee. It's going to fly in for a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Man. No, if he's paying, I'm there.
Well, that's just it though. That could be just an opportunity to don't think about, It's almost worth just one day booking, going, finding a place to stay, giving them a call, And I'm pretty sure he's pretty authentic about what he's saying, especially if he's telling you that much. You should go to London.
Exactly.
You know? Take full advantage.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Would you hit up a few promoters while you're up there and travelling, or just see how you go?
Yeah, I think if I could do some shows there, that would be insane. That would be so much fun. Yeah, I think a couple of people have like mentioned Europe bookings to me, just here and there, which I've been interested in, but I want to do it right and with people that I trust and stuff like that. And
don't overwhelm yourself.
Yeah, still want to do, like, still got to do New Zealand first, and then Australia, where like lucky enough I've got a little audience there just because of the Perth show. So I'll do that first and then just see where I end up. But that would I'd love to do shows, and very keen to travel.
You're putting a lot of your shows up online?
Like recorded sets.
Because that's quite an advantageous way of doing it for DJs now. How things have changed in the last 10 years. Phenomenal.
No, that's probably the thing I'm pretty bad at. I always do. I'll post like photos and stuff, but I'm just trying to get on my like TikTok grind and like upload content from the Perth gig and stuff like that. But I got the Perth recording back of like the video and the set and stuff, so hopefully going to post that soon. And I hope that's just like enough of a video to send to any promoter and be like, please book me.
Please book me. And they're like, oh fuck, we've only got 35 people at this gig. It might be a little bit under your pay grade. No.
I love that. Here's my audition. It's just a gig in front of 35,000 people. Is that okay? Or would you like more? It's not bad, really, is it?
Not bad.
No.
What was I going to say? I was going to say something really profound then. Oh yeah, would you be looking at heading up the New Zealand next summer? Now that summer's finished here, you're looking at doing something next summer, some other gigs?
Yeah, I'm honestly down for anything.
Whatever's on the menu, eh?
Yeah. Just really want to like have new experiences like that.
Yeah. Just
in life in general, and meet new people, and if I can do that in like the way that is probably the funnest way possible, then like hell yeah, I'm down. Yeah.
Speaking of which, I think we'll wrap it up there. This is going lovely. Thank you so much for popping in. It is absolutely fascinating to meet yourself. And as I said before, you're a very grounded 21-year-old. Yeah. And I think if you keep that up and have the amount of fun that you're having on stage, you're going to go fucking far. So congratulations on all your success thus far.
Thank you so much, guys.
Hopefully the next 21 years will be awesome too. Then you'll almost be as old as we are.
Hopefully not. No, I'm joking. Thank you so much.
Oh, wow.
I'm joking.
That's cool.
No, thank you for coming on. It's been amazing. It's been amazing to chat to you. It's a fantastic story and an incredible whirlwind. I don't want to say rags to riches because it's not rags, but it is an incredible couple of weeks that you've kind of had. So congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming on.
Appreciate it. Yeah, it's been really fun. Thanks for having me.